Howdy, this is Bindle Stiff Joe with Bindle Stiff Nation. Welcome to part 2 of the Secret Storage series. Well, it looks like the scope of this project has expanded just a little bit. Well, first off, this concrete pad has been here for, the house is 100 years old, and I bet it's been here most of that time. And the house is set up a little bit, so it's kind of slopes in towards the house, so the water likes to lay over in here. So we end up with like an inch or two of water in there. In the wintertime, of course, it freezes. Now, a few years back when I was working on the deck, I put these stairs on and I put a pad. This pad doesn't go quite as far as I needed it to. So I kind of put this pad over the top of the older one and further over so the stairs would have a good place to land. And it's not really a problem up there, but right in here it is. And you can see Mrs. Joe, years ago, 20 years ago probably, put some tar in there. And that held up for quite a while, but it's coming up now. And then over here, a few weeks back when we were doing some work on the basement, kind of getting it to patching the holes in the concrete, there was a hole here and we filled that hole in, but apparently we missed this little hole right here that goes all the way down into the basement. So we got to patch that, and got to pull that tar out of there and patch that up. So, plus do the stuff in the basement. Hey King, what's up? You get the idea. I am not confident hydraulic cement is the answer here. I think I'm going to go buy a couple of bags of Quickcrete and yam that in there. Alright, the ever increasing scope of this project. Let me catch you all up. I wanted to put a sliding door here so that you could get underneath these stairs and have some storage, and so it was a source of moisture underneath stairs, and I wanted to get the moisture stopped. So I decided to put a track above it, put this piece of plywood on the track so it could slide back and forth without having to take the shelves on and off every time I wanted to do that. I opened it up and there's a big hole in there, which I kind of had a feeling there was some holes in there, and I was going to put some hydraulic cement in there, quick fill the hole up. And then we were looking around outside and discovered that there was a small hole next to the door frame in the concrete up there, and we knew that there was water getting in where it had been patched in the past with some tar. So I pulled that up, and I was going to just put some hydraulic cement in out there and then clean up in here and put that together. The more I started digging, the bigger that hole turned out to be underneath. So I decided to scrap the hydraulic cement and go with actual regular concrete, so I got some Quickcrete. My original plan was to fill the hole from outside, then clean up in here, fill the hole from the inside. But I'm thinking better get the whole thing opened up. That way if I put concrete in from outside, it's not going to block me from putting the concrete in from the inside, so that way I can get it all poured at one time. So now I'm going to clean this mess up, probably do the concrete work tomorrow. That's where we're at. Dead mouse. Mummified dead mouse. Don't worry, kids, it's not Mickey. It's the brain. I ran into Pinky a little while ago and he said, "Narf! They'll never find his body." Okay, that is 90% of the loose stuff. Plus the rest of the crap off the walls. reinstall that later. Or replace it. Something really rotten. I got the perfect place for all this rubble. I got a little girl who likes to dig holes. And she dug a hole that literally a 6-foot tall adult could stand up in and you wouldn't even know they were there. Mostly filled in. This will help seal the deal.
Alright, remember that hole I told you about? Well, it's 90% filled in and 20% redug, it looks like. That over there is a septic. You can see that she had been trying to tunnel under the house. Try and fill this in. Probably should have taken those plastic bottles out of there first, huh? I think there were 3 of them. Huh. Now I probably got another bucket or 2 down there. It ain't gonna go to waste. Got as much dug out of the walls as I'm gonna dig out, and got it swept up. I'm gonna get in here with a vacuum cleaner and clean it up a little better. Inside these have been concrete. A lot of it is pretty much dirt, but I've got most of the really loose stuff out of there. Just keeps going and going. Here's the hole that I showed you. So here's where I was cleaning out earlier. So what I'm going to do is fill some forms. I might mix it a little bit sloppy so that it runs a little better and fills in all the gaps a little better. I was going to do this in a bucket, but I think I am going to have to go out to the shed, get the cement mixer out, and bring that up here. And I'm probably going to need more than 4 bags of quickcrete for this project. But get the forms built, get the first 4 bags in, and I'll have an idea how many more bags I'm going to need, and then I'll run up to Home Depot and get the rest of them. But I'm going to see if I can't clean this out. And I got a shop vac outside too. I ain't going out tonight in the dark to find it, so I'm going to use a vacuum cleaner. I'm going to start building the forms here, but first thing you should know about wooden concrete is you can't bury wood inside concrete, because this is what happens. Pressure treated holds up a little bit better, but even pressure treated can't handle being buried in concrete. That's why when you're building a deck, they always have you pour the concrete, and then you put a holder, a post holder, then you put the post into the post holder. If you do this, it just rots. And I'm going to have the same problem on the stringers back there. As a matter of fact, that stringer on the left, it's completely rotted. There's nothing supporting the step from the stringer. It's just supported from the front of the step and pressure. So I'm going to have to address that problem before I close this all up. But what I'm going to do, anywhere where there's wood, where I poured into concrete, I'm going to try and put some plastic as a little barrier. This is just a bunch of plastic I use for drop cloths, and I'm not going to get everything, but I'm going to get as much as I can so that I don't make it matter any worse than it already is. And well, I can see daylight through there. I could see the stars last night, but now I can see daylight. So definitely need to get this closed up. Rephrase that. Now for some ciphering. Alright, well that's going to wrap it up for this video. Join us next time for part 3, where we're going to be building the forms and pouring the concrete. As always, like and subscribe. This is Bindle Stiff Joe with Bindle Stiff Nation. Au revoir.